Good morning. Thank you for joining me today to talk about nerves and performance anxiety. I'm going to begin by sharing some great tips from Roberta Wolf that we have passed out at piano camp in past years. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that I do to minimize nerves and anxiety. So Roberta Wolf says, there's no easy way to deal with performance anxiety. Every student approaches performing differently and will have varying experiences. Number one is to prepare. Practice smartly and leave some time for the piece to settle in before the performance. Do several practice performances, sort out page turns, outfit, shoes, and stagecraft. Number two is to establish expectations. Your performance will feel nothing like playing at home and so should not be compared to your home version. Set success criteria which guarantee that you will have at least one reason to feel good after your performance. Number three is to regulate your breathing. While we must not aim to eradicate nerves because resistance is futile, we can practice calm acceptance. By taking slow, deep breaths, we begin to learn how to channel nerves in a more useful way. Number four is to foresee the outcome that you wish for. Visualize your composed entrance, comfortable position at the piano, utter concentration, and absorption in the music, your warm audience, and a fabulous finish. Observe. Don't judge, just observe and accept. If a slip occurs or if a negative thought enters your mind, simply let it pass and focus on the job at hand. Relish. You have worked hard to prepare and you have earned your moment. You can change nothing now, so you might as well enjoy it. And finally, move on. Find something to feel good about after your performance and beyond so that you don't dwell on the negative. Later, perhaps in your next lesson, it will be useful to reflect objectively on what you have learned for the occasion. Now, this is what I do to calm my nerves, and it's things that I have just learned through trial and error that are good for me, which may or may not be good for you. Number one, it is very important to dress comfortably, and this most definitely includes shoes. It is extremely important to dress so that you feel good about yourself, but it is even more important to dress so that you feel comfortable. Two big issues are sleeves and shoes. If the sleeves are too tight, it is very difficult to play well. If shoes are too tight, you will be totally miserable, and if the heel is too high, it has the potential to massively affect your pedaling. My second tip, if possible, take a nap. I know this is not always possible, but even 15 minutes is often very refreshing. Number three, make sure your fingers are warmed up. Maybe you would like to play scales and arpeggios are your favorite technical piece. That's what I often do. And so most of the time when I warm up, I play Bach's Prelude and Fugue number 21 because I love it and it's a good technical piece. If your hands are cold, make sure you wear gloves before your performance to get your hands warm. Always keep gloves in your music bag because you never know when your hands are going to be cold. And if you can possibly avoid it, never play with cold hands. My fourth tip, if I know that I will be playing difficult music that takes every ounce of concentration that I have, I do not eat before performance, and I generally eat very little for that entire day before a performance. My fifth tip is about breathing, and I do this almost every time I play. Breathing is very important if you begin to feel an attack of nerves coming on. Slow, deep breaths are very calming, and you can do it without anyone noticing. My sixth tip is just a tip for mostly me, but you might enjoy this. I usually have 3 things in my bag that I can pull out to distract and comfort myself if I start to feel nervous. A pretty small book, and I brought one of my little books with me, a pretty small book of scriptures and quotes that are meaningful to me, and I have several of these, and I usually have one in my bag, and if I start to feel nervous, I'll just pull it out and I'll read a few things in this book. Number 2 is, you might laugh about this, but it is a folder, And this folder says, always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. Inside this folder is a collection of Southern sayings and quotes and stories that make me happy because it's the language of my people. And number 3, I almost always have 2 or 3 recent notes from friends or students, and I will often pull those out and read those right before I play or just anytime I feel nervous or anxious. Number 7, try to remember to smile. A smile always helps you feel better. Number 8, ask close friends and family to pray for you, and don't forget to pray for yourself. Number 9, finally, this is maybe one of the most important gifts you can give to yourself, and that is forgive yourself. If you stumble or play a wrong note or don't play a phrase the way you had hoped to play it, or you start out too fast, etc., immediately forgive yourself and move on. I have had many performances turn out to be much less than my standard of expectation just because I was dwelling on something I had done 5 minutes before. Forgive yourself and move on. I hope this little talk about nerves and performance anxiety has been helpful for you. And if you have any tips that have worked for you in the past, please share them in the comments.